Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku.co chart of the day. To the S&P 500 firstly, and confirmed change of trend today. If we recall, yesterday we were looking at this trend moving to the upside, but the sellers coming into the market at the close of the day. Sellers closing with control and the rejection from these higher levels in the formation of a black body candle. Our benchmark was going to be the Tenkan indicator, and that Tenkan had been holding a support on multiple occasions over the last couple of weeks. The market unable to close down through there except for one very minor close a couple of days ago. Today we have seen a very substantial close down below that Tenkan indicator. In fact, the market has tested all the way through to the Kijun-sen, the pink line here, the Tenkan being the green line, and this is a very, very bearish breakout down below the Tenkan, suggesting that there certainly is a very significant negative sentiment in the short-term time frame. Now, we have seen this previously. About a month or so ago, we did see a bearish breakout, very similar type of candle, certainly not as, or certainly much stronger than we saw previously. But if we look at what happened, the market found resistance around the cloud. Now, we don't have that resistance close by here, but in this current candle, even though we have fairly strong commitment, the market hasn't taken out the Kijun-sen indicator yet, and there is still an opportunity here for the Kijun-sen to act as support. But I suggest that over the next day or two, if we do close in a bearish manner down through the Kijun-sen, we could see the market testing all the way down through to the top of the cloud to find support down around that level. Now, this isn't necessarily unhealthy for this market. We have been testing around the cloud here previously in the last couple of months, and we have seen the buyers return back into this market. What will be important is how we react around the cloud and whether we see some consistent bearish trading down below the cloud, which could confirm a negative market in all three time frames. But at the moment, yes, we have some negative sentiment in this market in the short-term time frame, potential for negative sentiment in the medium-term time frame by trading below the Kijun-sen potentially, but still we are maintaining price activity above the cloud. Important here is the position of the Chikas band. It is still above the corresponding price action, so it is suggesting that there still is some upside momentum in this market. Now, just looking at our bands here with the S&P 500, and a couple of important things have occurred today and in recent times. Firstly was the squeeze, the band squeezing together, and that suggests that we should be on the lookout for a potential trending move. We have previously had the market trading above the upper band, and importantly trading within the bands when we retraced to within the bands and within that upper section of the bands, and it did reflect that we had an uptrend in place, and at times the tone of that uptrend was quite strong when we were trading outside of the bands. Now we've seen the market trade down through the bottom of the bands, with the bottom band failing to hold a support, and it does suggest that there is potential for this market to set up as a more significant downtrending move. Now, we have had this situation in recent times in the past, and if we look here, bearish breakout from squeezed bands, bearish breakout, but what was important was the lack of follow-through. Now, very important trading activity coming up over the next day or two. If we do see strong follow-through here with a strong negative candle and the market taking out these lows roughly down around this 24.15 level in a bearish manner, then we certainly could see further downside development. Here previously we retraced back up to the bands and no strong negative candles here. The market bounced back up with the buyers coming in solidly straight away, and then some moderate buying, but certainly a lack of strength of the sellers after those initial breakouts. So the next day's trading or the next day or two are going to be very, very important for this market. What will also be important is that if we do see a rally, whether we do trade up into the top half of the bands, and if we can get up close to that upper band and potentially break out. But at the moment, perhaps the start of a negative trend, a more significant downtrend, but we do need confirmation.